My name is Alois Gelaz. I'm a student at University of Western Scotland pursuing MSc in digital marketing. Today we are going to talk about how digital and social media marketing has affected education curriculum, especially in Scotland. I found kind of a little bit privileged. I've been educated in both sides, from non-digital era, which I've been educated in some part in Tanzania, and picked up for education system which is digitalized in Britain.
So hi, I'm David Roddy. I'm also doing an MSc in digital marketing. Being educated in the United Kingdom, I have had a small advantage there that, we had, like a Macintosh computer, very early Macintosh computer was in primary school. But I've seen a massive progression in technology in education. I left education at age 16, but came back in as a mature student and also teach. And I can see that, it's becoming so important for technology to be part of the classroom. So back when I was learning primary school, it was blackboard and chalk, just like Alois. And that was kind of how that and textbooks were how we were learning.
So you can take a look here. We can see the traditional classroom where we normally used to learn through the blackboard and memorizing through texts, not like as we've seen the education being offered this digital era.
And you can see here in comparison, we've got smart boards with projectors. This is kind of like your standard classroom now. That's not, high tech. This is a standard classroom would have, a smart board in every class. But, they're moving forward now. We were seeing things that are talking about, every student having an iPad or a tablet to write on, to save paper, and we're finding lots of stuff like that.
Investment in the education space has grown tremendously over the past few years. Today, the level of investment is over 10 times what we saw in the 2000s. And the investment is coming not just from the public sector, but increasingly from the private sector.
Availability of the world's best teacher who can see where you're confused, set the right pace for you, where all your engagement with that material, your teacher or your parent or your friend can connect up and see where you're stuck and give you some advice. We're not there yet. 15 years ago, we were just sticking cameras in front of people and putting it online and saying, okay, isn't that the solution? Now, people like Khan Academy and hundreds of others have said, okay, the lecture piece is part of it, but interactive problem sets and having your coach see what it is and understanding the nature of what you might be confused about and explaining to you why you should gather this knowledge. And so the view is that over the next 15 years, that type of material will be wildly better than even the best is today. And it will be available through phones and tablets. It won't replace face-to-face, the social context, the relationship with that teacher, but it'll be playing a gigantic role in letting you catch up, move ahead, and overcome whatever limitations your class size has.
Back before digital, we come out from education straight to, if you happen to have a job, you learn through the job. If there was technology has to be used, you learn it at the job place.
There's becoming an increasing demand for employers that are expecting you to be prepared. You come in ready to work. The idea of being an intern or an apprentice, that's rapidly decreasing. You're supposed to come in and be ready for your job if you're coming in, especially from college or university level. So we are now looking at where people who are teaching are digital immigrants, teaching digital natives. That's something that we're going to investigate further in this next section.
Yeah, I'd say there's been, first of all, there's change all the time in education, always change. Degrees change every 5 years. Probably the thing that's happened that started a long time ago was traditional subjects, marketing, economics, accounting, law, straightforward. You understood them. Now the titles have become fancier. They're evolving. They're changing, and it's now, you know, like digital marketing would come in specific here. So there's been a lot of change. There always is change. You just get used to it in education either way.
Do you feel that, you know, in some ways, the traditional marketing techniques have been lost though in translation to digital?
I think what we have at the moment is we have marketing and then we have digital marketing. Really, the way they'll be, soon they'll be embedded, and it'll just be marketing because it'll be a given. And I find that when I'm talking about marketing, increasingly I look at, I've had notes I've had maybe for, you know, I've used them and they're out of date because it's now, you think, oh yeah, with like, say, PR, publicity, it's now 24/7. So the digital, so the idea is someone sends you a request and information and they want feedback. And it could be 3 in the morning, someone posts a negative thing about your company. You can't wait till the next day. You need someone monitoring that, the analytics. So we're teaching them separately just now. They will merge, and we have to adapt to it, go with flow. There'll still be the theory, the traditional theories here, but it's this new wave is coming and it affects every subject. The first question, I say yes and no, because someone like Theo, no, they are digital. You know, there are people who it's not an age thing; it's an attitude thing. There are people who, you know, we get students who will say, "Oh, I don't do Facebook or I don't do Twitter," or and others who are really into it. So just as the digital natives, you know, you get some people there who are late to it. And with the lecturers as well, some are into it and others are, oh, this is too scary. Some just want to do the things they've always done. So in terms of skills, really, I think that, well, put it this way, you're assuming that people that teach education, how they employ them, it maybe not always for their digital skills. When you employ a lecturer, maybe going off topic here, but when you employ a lecturer, really they're thinking, oh, you've got a degree, you've got your master's, have you got a doctorate? Have you been published? These are all the push things, the important things. Maybe the digital bit, yeah, if you can do that. So you will be getting a lot of lecturers coming in who have the brains, the academic stuff, but the technical skills and the up-to-date, I don't know.
Do you think they should have that?
Yes, they should have that. Really, because education's changing. You now have, you're coming into a classroom like this, you can see it, and people are sitting with their laptops. And, you know, I always say, if you're sitting on your phone, I just left a colleague who said he pulled up a student because she was on her phone and the student said, I'm on Moodle. Right? So we think, oh, you're texting, but I take the view, yeah, if they're texting, if they're playing Candy Crush, that's my fault. And they're engaging with, they're not engaging. So you've got to keep them moving like this anyway. And they'll sit with their laptops and they can do things that I'll say something and oh no, I'll give a story and someone will give me an update. Oh, because I've Googled it and oh, that's good. They educate me as well, and it's a two-way thing. So digital skills, we need to get more of them. Again, a wishy-washy answer, yes and no, because some people, it depends on the person. The actual embarrassing thing for UWS, for the marketing group, is the last time, 5 years ago, we revamped our degrees, right? So all the marketing people sat around and said, what do we want in them? And there was a module at the time called e-marketing and sales, right? It was, don't ask how it came around. And it was actually the head of school at the time who came in and said, what about digital marketing? And this was after it had been validated. And you know, you're sitting there thinking, why did we miss, how did we not have digital marketing? Really? And it was like a light bulb moment and also an embarrassing moment that not one of the 10 marketing lecturers thought, digital marketing. So e-marketing and sales died, right? It's gone and it was digital marketing. And that's why through the process, we've had, now from that day, digital marketing lecturers. But it didn't come from the marketing staff, right? It came from someone who was not a marketing person. And that is thoroughly embarrassing. Well, I think it's going to, it depends on how you use it. It changes how you teach and how you're using it and examples. So I don't know for subjects like accounts, I don't know if marketing, but to me, it's we should be working towards a day when we don't have digital marketing, right? Yeah. It's, for example, because now when we started, Theo comes in and it's they write a blog for digital marketing. But now I've got them setting up a blog in first year. First trimester, you need a blog. And I've also, going off topic here, just left fourth year students who are leaving and they're in the last stage, and I'm not convinced they've got the digital skills that they need in the employment place. I would think if I was employing someone with a degree in marketing, and I was a old fogey who didn't know about this, I'd be, what can you do? And I don't know if these guys have got the skills, whether it's TouchCast, whether it's presentation, whether it's Facebook, all these things.
Yeah.
I don't know if they know about it. I think we are still, for the undergraduates, too traditional, and we cannot afford to be like that.
So do you think, when you were saying it would change from digital marketing to marketing, it's a bit like, I've got this idea where Sky Television sells you HD, like it's cutting edge,
yeah,
but it came out maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago, so really it should be that should just be Sky.
Yeah, it's just that's normal. So it's a thing here, and we've got to realise that instead of, and I still think some people down here, Theo's a digital person, and Emma and the new people, they're the digital people. I'm the traditional person, and it's not like that at all.
No.
It pervades every aspect, and I do think, because I've been reflecting on my module marketing strategy for the master's students, and there we have to go from zero to, so I have to start with basic marketing, but I still don't think I've got enough digital marketing in there. I really think I need to get more of that in there, and it's literally, even go back to your first about curriculum, it changes all the time.
Right.
You're always refreshing, you're always looking and thinking, where can this fit in?
Yeah.
It's like every year is different. Of course, digital, so much change, and you just have to go with the flow. You have to be ready. The days of when I started, maybe the pace of educational change was slow, just gradual, but now it's getting up.
Yeah.
And, if you can't stand the heat, get out
it.
of the kitchen, that sort of thing.
Awesome. Well, thanks very much, James.
No problem
Thank
there, and thank you for this. When do you get my money?
It's evident that educators need to catch up with the technology surrounding them, so that to prepare the students who come out of education to be ready to work in the industries.
What I notice about students from the first day I see them when they arrive at university is that they ask nervously, what do we have to read? And when they're told the first thing they have to read is a book, they all now groan, which they didn't used to do 5 or 10 years ago. And you say, why are you groaning? And they say, it's a book. How long is it?
Social media has actually impacted on the way we deliver programs, the way we teach programs. Mm-hmm. Because the new generation, they're expecting everything to be, transformed from content to the digital format. Mm-hmm. So everything has to be in the e-format. Okay? Mm-hmm. Most of the young students, the modern students, they are not interested in reading books. Even the books, they would rather have them delivered through e-format. Okay? Mm-hmm. And in terms of the classrooms at the moment, we do actually have a problem because we've moved away from the book, from the content now. It's more of the digested materials. They would rather have things that are simplified and the access has to be instant. So they can make informed choices. They can do it themselves. They can search and compare. Mm-hmm. So it made life easier for them to make choices. During the non-digital era, everything was content. Tutors would throw everything in front of you and take, go home, read a book, and expand on the knowledge. Okay. Well, at the moment, everything has been simplified. There's too much information out there, and it's up to the students to pick the right information. I don't think there is much that we can do. It's just a matter of going with the trend. At the end of the day, I think the marketers shouldn't forget that human beings are the end of everything. Okay, but at the end of the day, the face-to-face interaction still matters. If I can treat my students as consumers, they are at the university to consume the knowledge, and I'm just there to deliver the knowledge. I can assure you, the students nowadays, they're too smart. Okay, so teachers have to make sure they update, they learn the new technology. So it is costing quite a lot of money for most of the university now to try and make sure that they match with the client.
Thanks for watching. I hope our presentation has been fulfilling. We brought different experience from both non-digital era of education and business as well as marketing.
Thanks for watching. I hope this has been insightful for you. And I'm David Roddy, MSc Digital Marketing B00263-245.
We have the knowledge of the ages gathered for us to browse in our pockets. And if we seriously think that's a bad thing, if we seriously think that's something we should turn our backs on or sniff at, then we really deserve a slapping. This is astounding technology, and we should just take a moment to celebrate the power and the reach that it gives us across time and across ideas and across continents, both past, future and present, to connect with people.